Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we are going to unravel one of the most, well, baffling paradoxes in personal finance. I'm talking about the broke high earner. Society constantly feeds us this myth that a massive paycheck equals instant, unshakable wealth. Like, if you can just hit that six-figure or, hey, even seven-figure mark, all your money problems are just going to magically disappear, right? But behind closed doors, some of the absolute highest earners out there are literally one missed paycheck away from total disaster. We hear about these massive executive salaries, and we just assume that means instant financial security. But the reality? It's shockingly different. So let's look at why your salary is secretly a terrible indicator of your actual wealth and why the people who look the richest are actually sometimes the most broke.
Picture this. Imagine two neighbors living on your exact street. On one side, you've got a highly successful executive bringing home a massive $250,000 a year. On the other side, a neighbor with a solid, but, much more modest job, earning roughly $85,000 a year. Now, if you had to place a bet right now, who gets the title of wealthier? Human nature kind of makes us pick the high earner every single time. It almost feels like a trick question, right? Because you see the fancy driveway, you hear the big job title, and the math just seems totally obvious. But the reality is actually pretty shocking when you pull back the curtain on how those incomes are actually being deployed.
It's what we call the wealth illusion, because when you look a little closer, that high earner is often drowning in the exact things that make them look so rich. They're saddled with a giant mortgage, massive luxury car payments, private school tuitions, and maxed out credit cards just to keep up that image. It is high stress, high stakes, with absolutely zero liquidity left over at the end of the month. Essentially, their net worth is entirely tied up in liabilities. Meanwhile, our modest earner? She is quietly buying assets, not appearances. She lives below her means, saves consistently, and invests the difference. She has total peace of mind and an emergency fund that lets her sleep like a baby at night. Honestly, 20 years from now, that $85,000 earner isn't just surviving. She's going to be financially untouchable.
So, what's the surprising reason for this massive, counterintuitive gap? It all comes down to a single, kind of unglamorous concept: cash flow. You hear it in corporate business all the time, for sure, but it applies just as heavily to your personal wealth. Cash flow is simply the movement of money into and out of your life over a given period. Amateurs focus purely on the incoming side. They ask, hey, how much do I make? Or how big is my bonus going to be? But the truly wealthy? They're obsessively asking a completely different question. They want to know, where's my money actually going once it hits my account? Understanding that difference between your income and your cash flow is absolutely the baseline for establishing real financial independence.
Think of your personal finances like a river. Your income is just the water rushing in. It's the starting point, the source. That water represents your salary, your side hustles, maybe your dividends. But your cash flow tells the vital, unfiltered story of what actually happens to that water after it arrives. You can have a raging, powerful waterfall of an income, but if it all pours directly into a cracked, porous riverbed of heavy spending, you're going to be left bone dry just a few miles down the road. The volume of the water doesn't even matter if you can't contain it. Real wealth isn't the river, it's the reservoir you build to capture and hold that water for the future.
To put it in, kind of life or death terms, healthy cash flow is your financial cardiovascular system. Your income might be the food you eat, but cash flow is the blood pumping through your veins, delivering oxygen to every single part of your financial life. If the circulation stops, or if it's bleeding out the door way faster than your body can replenish it, the entire system goes into cardiac arrest. It frankly does not matter if you make $40,000 or $400,000. If your money isn't circulating properly, you are headed straight for the financial ICU. Late fees start piling up, debt compounds daily, and the anxiety, it just becomes paralyzing. Controlling that circulation is literally the only way to keep the system alive.
Let's bring this right into your home for a second. The easiest way to visualize what is actually happening to your bank account every single day is to imagine a simple, standard bathtub. We deal with so many abstract numbers in our digital banking apps these days, and it makes it really hard to see the physical reality of our money. But the physics of a bathtub, we all universally understand that. Water goes in, water goes out, and whatever is left over is what you actually get to bathe in. This exact same physics engine is running your personal economy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this bathtub of your finances, the faucet is your income. Every paycheck, every gig, every dividend turns that faucet on, pushing fresh water into the tub. But down at the bottom is the drain. And that drain is your expenses. Every streaming subscription, every grocery run, every impulsive late-night online purchase, the ones, and every car payment pulls the plug to let water rush out. Here is the ultimate truth of personal finance. You absolutely cannot out-earn a massive drain. So many people spend their entire careers desperately trying to build a bigger faucet, taking on more stress and more hours, when the secret to wealth is really all about mastering the drain.
This bathtub reality leaves every single one of us in one of three distinct financial states. State 1 is the balanced tub. Water comes in, but it drains out just as fast. The water level never actually rises, and the person inside is stuck in that classic, super stressful paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, constantly terrified of the faucet turning off. State 2 is the emptying tub. Here, the drain totally outpaces the faucet. Water leaves faster than it enters, leading straight to compounding credit card debt and eventual financial collapse. And finally, State 3, the filling tub. This is the holy grail. The water level steadily, reliably rises. The faucet brings in more than the drain takes away, creating that deep pool of capital you need for investments, emergencies, and true generational wealth.
Let's look at how this actually plays out in the real world with two recent college graduates, Emily and Noah. Both are smart, both work incredibly hard at their respective companies, and both have great futures ahead of them. But they treat their financial bathtubs in radically different ways. You know, it's easy to talk about faucets and drains in theory, but when you map this onto actual human behavior and the lifestyle choices we all make in our 20s and 30s, the divergence in their life trajectories becomes intensely clear.
So Emily brings in a hefty $5,000 a month. She's super proud of her salary, but she's kind of caught up in the high life. A beautiful luxury apartment downtown, a newly leased SUV, and dining out constantly with friends. All of those choices pull $5,100 right back out of her drain every single month. Noah, on the other hand, earns significantly less at $4,200 a month. But Noah is ruthlessly controlling his drain. He shares a more modest apartment, drives a paid-off older car, and cooks most of his meals at home, which keeps his total living expenses tightly capped at just $3,300.
Because of this, Noah has a positive cash flow of $900 every single month. That right there, that is pure financial oxygen. It gives him the breathing room to invest in the stock market, compound his wealth, and sleep perfectly soundly knowing an unexpected flat tire won't derail his entire life. Emily, despite her higher status and larger salary, is actually bleeding $100 a month. She is slowly suffocating under her own lifestyle, swiping credit cards just to cover the gap. Fast forward 5 years, and the math is just undeniable. Noah will be exponentially wealthier, sitting on thousands and appreciating assets, while Emily is trapped servicing a mountain of consumer debt.
This is a textbook case of Parkinson's law of money. It's this incredibly dangerous psychological trap where your spending automatically inflates to match your rising income. And it's a phenomenon that scales up infinitely. That's exactly why nearly a third of lottery winners eventually go completely bankrupt. No way, right? But it's true. They win millions, turn the faucet on full blast, but completely rip out the drain pipe to buy mansions and private jets. They're sprinting on a financial treadmill that keeps speeding up until they inevitably crash. A massive income just cannot save you if your lifestyle demands every single penny you make.
So to master your own flow and permanently stay in a filling tub, you need a strict executable blueprint. First, plug the drain by tracking every single dollar and living strictly below your means. You have to know where the leaks are. Second, monitor your flow to ensure you aren't falling into that income trap. When you get a raise, don't immediately go upgrade your car. Third, build that healthy financial circulation with an emergency fund so a sudden expense doesn't force you into high-interest debt. And finally, take that rising water in your tub and redirect it into investments. You want to create brand new secondary faucets that pour even more money back into your life without you having to lift a finger.
Now, you might be looking at your own life right now and thinking, well, I don't buy luxury cars or take private jets, so why is my tub still emptying? In part 2 of this explainer, we're going to diagnose the leaky bucket syndrome. We'll uncover how tiny, almost invisible expenses and stealthy lifestyle creep are draining your accounts before you even realize it. It's one of the most common, yet most devastating cash flow mistakes everyday families make, and identifying these hidden leaks is the very next step in securing your financial foundation.
But for today, I want you to engrave this core philosophy into your mind. A high salary is really just a vanity metric. Sure, it looks great on a resume, it sounds impressive at dinner parties, but it does absolutely not guarantee your wealth, because it's not about what you make, it is entirely strictly about what you keep. Income is an illusion used to sell you things you don't need. Cash flow is the undeniable mathematical reality of your actual financial health and freedom.
Before you go, take a brutal, honest look at your own bank statements this week. Don't look at the deposits. Look at the drain. Look at the subscriptions, the takeout, the targeted ads you clicked on. Ask yourself, is your financial water level actually rising, or are you just working harder and harder every single day to watch it all secretly drain away? Thanks for joining me in this explainer. Start controlling your flow today, and I'll see you in part 2.